Hey guys, what's up? It's been a really long time since I've recorded a video. It's been over a year now, I guess, since I last actually sat down and recorded something. And it used to be the case that recording a video was just about the most scariest thing that I could do. Now, I remember the first video that I ever uploaded was of me. It's on my channel, actually. You'll be able to find it. It was, I don't know if it was a full video or it was a short, but the scariest thing that I could think of at that time was for me to upload that video. And I was just trying to talk to the camera, and I wanted to talk about like an introduction for the channel, for a channel that it doesn't even exist, you know, at that time. It's just a it's a channel that it's like when you don't have a proper YouTube audience, it's like you're posting on your own private server. And I was nervous about posting a video that no one was gonna even see. And yeah, I mean, since then, the last 12 months, I've done a lot of work. I've read a few books, started a few different projects. There's, you know, been a lot of different things that I've done, and none of that's an excuse. I guess I just got distracted from making these videos. But the truth is, I liked who I was when I was recording often, and I liked who I was becoming, and I liked the way that I was speaking to people, and I liked the way that I was learning this skill of talking to the camera. And over the last 12 months, I've felt that I've kind of lost that touch. But it's funny to think that I was deathly afraid of talking to the camera, of recording in a space that someone might see me, or of recording a video where someone might hear me, when at the end of the day, no one really cares what you're doing. No one cares what you have going on in your life. They're so concerned with their own lives and what they're doing. It's yeah, they really don't care. So I mean, I don't want to make a promise to say that I'm going to be back and uploading regularly, but I do want to make this video today because where I'm at currently with one of the businesses that I own is it's time for me to start making cold calls. And I have been deathly afraid of making this step, deathly afraid of making cold calls, and I don't know why. So I'm guessing this is going to be a little bit of a therapy session, and I'm going to share my thoughts on it and just get my ideas out in the open a little, to try to conquer this fear. One, Rain, what are you afraid of? Well, to be honest, I don't know. I every time I think about it, I tried to do cold calling years and years ago, and I remember the I don't even know how many calls I made. I probably did like 5, maybe 8, maybe 3, who knows. I can remember 2 conversations. One was when a guy answered the phone and he's like, "What do you want? Who are you?" "Nah, I'm way too busy to be sold anything today." And he hung up. Or maybe, I don't know, he was mad. But then I remember another phone call was with a lady. See, that's the thing, I don't even remember. It's I remember one guy got really mad at me, and one lady said, "I'm too busy to be sold anything today, goodbye." So when I'm looking back in my memory, it's like I have a fear of picking up the phone and cold dialing someone. And when I go and explore that fear, there's a scar there, which is that someone got mad at me over a cold call. But what exactly they even said to me, I don't even remember. And it's probably because I never even thought about it again after that happened, until it came time for me to pick up the phone and do these cold calls again, which then, yeah, means that I'm afraid of something that happened years ago. This is more than 10 years ago that I was doing this other job. And I've now got a fear of picking up the phone and ringing someone like it's going to bite me. And I guess it comes down to what you're looking to get out of it, which is, even if it's just for personal development, to conquer your fear. Because at the end of the day, the phone's not going to hurt me. Someone 10 years ago hurt my feelings, and now it's stopping me from taking action today, which is just ridiculous. When at the end of the point of that is, through exploring that fear, going down that path, I'm actually realizing for myself that I don't even remember what it was that they said. So what am I afraid of? Getting in trouble? It's easy for the brain to choose fear, but what's the worst that's going to happen? Someone could yell at me. I mean, I guess so. Yeah. Someone could tell me to fuck off. Someone could swear at me. Someone could threaten me, I guess, but like that's pretty extreme. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not going to be starting a fight with someone. I'm not an aggressive person in that sense. So yeah, it's interesting idea. Anyway, look, I know that these kind of videos are just it's boring, and no one's probably going to watch it anyway. But I guess the biggest thing that I'm wanting to record this for is to prove to myself, to show to myself that I remember being so nervous about talking to the camera. I remember being so incredibly fearful of that. I remember my hands were shaking. I remember not knowing what to say. I remember being scared of saying the wrong thing. I remember being scared of not knowing how to use my voice as an instrument, and not knowing how to balance tonality, rhythm, and speech. Being scared that someone's going to make fun of me because of my teeth. Being scared that someone's going to make fun of me because of my gut. Someone's going to see me in real life and be like, hey, you're that guy who made that YouTube video. I remember I even was applying for work at one point, and I went through and changed the name of all my channels because it was my name. And then I was scared that someone was going to Google me and find that this would be linked to me. When there's nothing wrong with making a few videos and putting them up on the internet. I'm not doing anything bad. This is just some thoughts and a little bit of honesty and a little bit of sharing. Because that might help someone one day. And if it does help someone, or even just myself, or even just for the purposes of documenting how I am and what I was like and how things are going at this point in my life, something to look back on in 5 years' time, it might be quite an interesting thing to see. But the point, I guess, for me to remember, and I'm not talking to anyone in particular, I'm talking to Rain, to myself. My point is that I was so afraid to pick up the camera and talk into the lens. I was so afraid that, I don't know what I was afraid of. I was so afraid of judgment. So afraid of what someone else might think when they see it. That I guess so afraid that someone would see it and that it's not going to be good. But the reality is that, well, why would it be good? And also, what is good? I don't even know what good is. I don't even know what good looks like. So how could I even make something good if I don't even know how to make something? And trying to make something good is, that's right. Everyone wants to take pride in their work, and everyone wants to make something that is good, that they can be proud of, that performs well, and that people will listen to, I guess. But it doesn't matter, because one, at the end of the day, no one's really going to know. And two, how are you supposed to make something good if you can't even make something bad? So when it comes to making videos and talking to the camera, this is my message for myself. Hopefully this sinks in. Don't be scared to make something bad, because how are you supposed to make something good if you can't even make something bad? If you can't be bad at it first, you'll never be good at it. And the only way to get good at it is to practice being bad at it. Get slightly better over time, slightly more confident with it, and slightly more flow and skill, I guess. And yeah, the original point, the first thing that I wanted to learn, the first thing that I wanted to do with this channel was to learn how to talk to the camera. And I haven't mastered that as a skill set, not by any means. I really would love to spend some time working on vocal training and speech tonality and rhythms and patterns. That'd be awesome. But it's not going to happen unless I conquer these issues in my life right now, which is that I need more clients for my business. So I need to do more cold calling. I need to get more work happening. I need to free up my time. And that's the whole point of this. So I guess reality is that, yeah, what are you scared of? Why would you be afraid to ring someone? What's going to happen? Nothing. And what's the problem? Someone's going to hear it, someone's going to see it, and it's not going to be good. Well, that's okay. What do you expect? How can it be good? Why would it be good? You're going to talk to someone for the first time and you don't know what to say, or how to talk to them, or what you should be saying, or even is it going to work? Yeah. How would they know? How would you know? How would you get good at it if you're not going to be bad at it? You have to suck at it, and that's just gonna be that. So yeah, look, the other thing is, I guess, that I'm trying to get at here, the point that I'm trying to drive home, is that I used to be scared of making videos. I used to be scared of talking to the camera. And to be honest, it is still daunting, and I'm not really that comfortable with it, but I'm a whole lot more comfortable now than what I was 2 years ago when my first video ever was posted. And that's a really big deal. And the only way that I became more comfortable with it is by actually taking the initiative to post, to do it. And that now translated to me being able to talk for 13 minutes and 26 seconds. And that's great. Well done, Rain. You've come a long way. The other thing to remember for myself is the reminder that when I was doing this daily, I was becoming a more well-spoken individual. I was becoming more aware of the way that I was speaking. I was becoming more aware of the pace that I was using, and I was becoming more aware of my own confidence levels, and I was seeing that level of confidence increase in myself because I was doing something that still to this day scares me. Yeah, it definitely does. But I was doing it every day, which is filming a little bit and uploading it and sticking it on the web. Now, doing something that scares you every day, doing something that you're afraid of, it really only can be beneficial. And it does make you into a better person. And I've seen that, I've observed that in myself. So realistically, I just need to bite the bullet, and I need to suck at it, and I need to do it with hands shaking, and just be prepared that it's not going to go well, and that it's going to be terrible, and that's fine, because you're not doing it to get results. The result is that you beat the fear and that you have done it. So let's go make some cold calls. I believe in you, Rain. I believe in you, bro. I believe in you. The person, the man, the woman, the person that's watching this, that's you got it, man. There's only one way, you know. That's yeah. You did it before. That means you can do it again. So you've yeah had success in other areas of life. You can have success in this area too. It's the law of, I don't know what it's called now. The term escapes me, but it's, if I do what other people have done, I will have what they have. And there's no reason that that can't be the case. If I walk the path that someone else has walked, and I do the work that they have done, then I'll have the results that they have. And I've always believed that. And this is one of those times where I need to step out on faith and do what other people have done to have their results. Hey, look, that's it. Thanks for your time. I don't think anyone's ever going to watch this. So if someone did watch this video all the way through, man, I appreciate it. That's a big deal. But if you ever did, then leave a comment and let me know that you watched to the end. That'd be cool. But again, I don't expect anyone to watch this, because these things are not for people to watch, really. It's for my own documentation of where I'm at, how I'm feeling. It's a snapshot of the texture of my mind at this current time, and I think that's an important thing to have. It's really valuable. That's going to be something that I'm going to look back on, and something that I'm going to cherish in a few years' time. Have a great day, everybody.